Here we are. So, hello everyone, and welcome. This is actually the post game show. I would say this would be with Al Wilson. We just recorded episode 296, and we talked with Al about his game. So we're going to open it up to anybody that wants to come on and chat here and ask Al some questions about anything. He's got the fast drive football game with the fast action cards. We hit that pretty hard during the interview. Talked a little bit about his baseball game, his 3D6 gaming scoreboards that he prints out. We had a little chat about that, and we also talked to him about his new upcoming podcast, the Play Nation podcast. So everything's on the table here. If anybody would like to ask him questions, I purposely held over a couple of questions here to kind of get the thing going here in the live show. So one of my questions is, and you did kind of allude it a little bit on the show. When you play games, just pick your general game. Do you like playing with the dice, or do you like playing with facts better?
I really do like playing with the facts better. But like I mentioned in the show, status for baseball. I think baseball games play great with fast action cards too. But for my game specifically, I don't see myself pulling out the dice and charts too much in the future. I think I'm sold on the fast action cards myself.
I think for me, it depends on the game. There are some games I really like rolling the dice, and I like having that randomness of the dice that you can roll the same roll 3 times in a row. I do like that. But there are some games, like your game, obviously the fast action cards work so much better. Shootout hockey is a game that you can do dice or fast action cards, and once you play the fast action card, you don't go back to the dice. It's just so much of a better game that way. So yeah, I kind of wanted to ask you that there. What seasons do you have available now for your football game, and what enhanced seasons do you have for your football game?
Before I answer that, I just want to tell Tim, don't worry, blow all the smoke you want. I love those compliments. Let's see. So for the original version of the game, whether it's the FAQ edition or the charts and dice, you can get every season from 1950 to this season that we're wrapping up right now in the regular format. It's the 6-up format where you have the six cards per page. I'm currently working on the enhanced versions that I know everybody prefers because it has all the player names with scoring finders. Trust me, I like them too. Mark Miller's already given me all the data. So it's just a matter of building all those sets. Everything from 1950 as of today up to 1989 is done. So today I just published 87, 88, and 89 to my store.
I'm going to get all three.
So these are all enhanced. These are all enhanced.
Yeah,
enhanced. I'm going to get them all when we're done.
1989, and tomorrow I will start working on 1990. I am very sort of like focused on just going all the way through. So start working on the 90s tomorrow. I'd like to be able to commit to getting a certain amount of done every day or every week, but I'm just hoping to get them done as soon as possible, and then obviously move on to the college version of the FAQ edition that I know folks would like to see as well.
Nice. Philip had a question here. He actually put it on Facebook earlier. He says, "Are you going to ever do any green and blue or red numbers?" Well, you have green and blue. Are you going to do any red numbers for your score sheets, the scoreboard?
For the scoreboards, I try to limit what goes on the store to what's going to, what's going to sell, because I like to print out a lot of stuff in advance, and I don't want to have extra piles of plastic lying around if they're not going to sell. So I guess what I'd say, if that's something you want, just shoot me an email, and you can order the green set, but then shoot me an email, or shoot me an email, say, hey, I'm going to order a regular set of your tiles, but could you print them in red for me? I would just do it.
I think red might work, because if you get someone that has like the Chiefs, if there's a Chiefs fan, or if there's a college fan,
sure,
they have the red scoreboard, so you get the red scoreboard with the red and white numbers. I think that might actually work.
Yeah, I just think in general, I think for the versions that I show on the site, I think what I have is good, but always open to custom requests, and I've done them.
It don't make sense to pre-make them.
Yeah, and so send in those custom requests, and we'll see what we can do.
Nice. And so he says he's a big History Maker Baseball Express fan, so he might send that in and get the red scoreboard and the red numbers. That would be kind of neat, actually. going on there. Let me see. What other questions did I have here? So, okay, when the baseball game and the football game, when you're creating seasons, whether they're enhanced or regular, which ones are more harder to create? Which ones are more fun to create?
That's a really good question. I think for me, the football seasons are more fun to create. And I don't know why. Honestly, I just find, I mean, I have more qualities in the football game. And I think, seeing how the season plays out, seeing which teams are going to get which qualities is always interesting to me. Whereas the baseball game, there's a lot more data, just a lot more data that goes into the baseball game in terms of, pitcher whip, and a number of other calculations like, calculating stamina, things like that. But like I said, in the show recording we did, Travis Jansen is doing some programming on the back end to hopefully make that a lot easier, because a lot of it I just do it in Excel. Just grab the data. I'm not a programmer, so I will just grab the data from Baseball Reference, bring it into Excel, write some formulas into Excel, that gives me the results I need. So I think that answered the question. I think football is more fun and baseball is more work.
Okay. Yeah. Someone just posted in here about the expansions and the drafts. That's something we didn't touch on.
We didn't.
I know. I don't know how we missed that.
Because Corey Highfield had got me, like I seen a post and I'm like, Corey, you got to, because we're friends. He's part of a project I'm doing with a hockey game. And I'm like, you got to tell me more about this because I like it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's like we have so much to talk about. We didn't get to this. So it comes with this little tuck box here. This is a fun. So, okay, we briefly touched on this in the show. I am more of a solitaire board gamer than a sports sim person, meaning like looking over my laptop here at my gaming wall, about maybe 1/6 of it is sports games. The rest of it is games I can play solitaire on my tabletop. Like there's a game called Heat, and there's Flip Town and Set a Watch and Lost Ruins of Arnak and Slay the Spire, things like this. So
Dave's shaking his head, Al. He's shaking.
I know some of them. I don't play them, but I'm interested in those games.
So as a gamer, I like to have self-contained. Oh, okay. So I don't right now. In between jobs, trying to find a job, I don't have a time for big projects. So I like self-contained gaming sessions where I can sit down for 60 to 90 minutes, have a fun time, and then it's done. I put it away. So with the fantasy draft, I'll show it one more time. With the fantasy draft expansion, and I showed this at Canton last year, you're drafting a bunch of well-known football players. They make up the qualities for your team, and then you play a game. And the fun part of developing this was, for me as a solitaire player, I want a solitaire opponent to play against because I don't have someone drafting against me at the table. Now at Canton, live drafting was a blast, and I can't wait to do it again at an event this year. So drafting head to head, getting a certain player, etc. But then you just play a game of the FAQ edition of Fast Drive Football or the Charts and Dice if you want. It works with either. And so the players you draft give you your team qualities, and that's really it in a nutshell. But it's a lot of fun because you're not playing a season. It's not a team. It's not a historical team. It's four or five great football players from history that give you your qualities, and you go against each other. It's a, like I said, it's a self-contained gaming session aimed at more of a gamer type experience than a simulation replay experience.
So you couldn't play a season with the teams you draft?
You actually could, and I was talking to Harvey about this yesterday. There's enough cards between the first box and then the expansion that you can create a league if you want. You could absolutely have 8 to 12 teams.
Show us what the cards look like. Take one of the cards out so we can see the card.
Heck with that. Let's open table view and play a game.
So Steve Largent. So there's the card for Steve Largent. This is okay. So wide receiver.
Okay.
And so he's dynamic, and he only costs $2. Now what's cool here is down at the bottom it shows he's with the franchise Seattle. So SCA Seattle.
Yes.
in the game, if you get 2 players from the same franchise, that's going to give you a bonus where you can get like an extra strategy card usage. The game comes with a bunch of strategy cards, so when you're playing against another person, you can have a little bit more agency, because Fast Drive Football, like all of our other tabletop games, you're making decisions in baseball about your lineup, when to pinch hit, when to switch the pitcher out, and all that. In football games, it's the fun part about a head-to-head football game is the rock, paper, scissors, is the play calling. With Fast Drive Football, you can't do that because it's a drive-by-drive game. So I have a dozen different strategy cards that do different things, like second opinion. Sorry for my bad use of the camera.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Change the result of a decider die. Flip the field. Here's one where you can give yourself great field position if you were in poor field position. Now, the key here is that you're drafting these strategy cards before you play your game, just like you're drafting your team. So you may get first pick in the draft, but I may get first pick of these strategy cards, and there's only one of each. So you each then play the game of Fast Drive Football, each with 3 strategy cards, and you get to use these cards during the game to change the outcomes of certain drives.
Joe, this is a game we got to get at my house.
We get the group.
Oh my goodness!
And that's available now. That's available now.
It's available now. It's on the Game Crafter. Yeah.
Something
Look
maybe
what I'm doing. Excuse the bald head because I'm looking down on my phone.
Maybe we could do something like this at D2D.
Oh yeah.
Al, you going to be coming to our convention?
I just might be. Yes.
We just might have to sit down and play.
I haven't told Dave yet, but Dave, I think I'm coming to your convention.
And dinner's on me.
Always the last to know.
I opened the door.
Dinner's on me, my friend.
All right.
Without a doubt.
Now, so Dave, it sounds like you know a little bit about some of the games I was talking about. You know that a lot of these traditional board games have automas that you can play against. I don't even know how to pronounce it.
Yeah.
Right? So I've got a bunch of solitaire opponents. So what's cool about these guys, first of all, like I gave him fun names, and so Joe, you'll appreciate this. This guy is Trenches Tilly, and his focus is the offensive and defensive line.
Okay.
Now, how does that work in the game? Well, during the draft, it's got draft rules. So he's going to be focusing on getting an offensive lineman, a defensive lineman, a linebacker with the staunch quality. So this is how you can play the solitaire.
So you turn it into a solitaire game like this. Okay.
Exactly. So if you don't have someone to draft against, you can pull out one of these solitaire opponents and draft against them. And we've had some people. So Harvey has played this. Harvey Couch has played this. And one other person has played it on the Fast Drive Football Facebook page. And the reaction is pretty good. I've got, besides Trenches Tilly, I've got Liam Lucky McLoon, Ernest Easy Edwards, Glenn Big Play Peters, Bob Big Boot Boyd, Rick Air Raid Riley, Barney Blitzen Briggs, and Charlie Wildcard Wilson.
Who's biting my tongue.
How fun was that coming up with those names? You must have had a blast.
I don't know where you got Wilson from.
Yeah, exactly. They all have a different focus, which is going to affect how they draft. And then they all have a special power. So and I know you guys like the sound of this, like when you're playing against each other at a convention or something, you're going to have strategy cards. Well, it was a little bit too, I don't know, mucky to try to get like the solitaire opponent. Like, how do you have them use their strategy cards? Mm-hmm. So they all just have a special power that at a preset time in the game, they're going to use their power. And some are stronger than others. It makes some of these coaches harder to beat than others. But so for me,
their strategy. Kind of, right.
Yeah, exactly. And so, like, for example, for Charlie Wildcard Wilson, his power he's unhinged, by the way, so I had fun with this one. His power is utter chaos. And so basically the first drive of the game, he just gets to roll on the unusual results chart. So that's his special power.
Wow.
It could backfire.
Yes. Yeah. That's great.
So this was a lot of fun, and it's funny, and I know that a lot of people don't even know this is out. I do have a tendency, I don't like marketing. I really don't. I don't mind. It's like, when folks like Tim give me kudos for cool stuff, I enjoy it, but man, I just don't like marketing. You guys have probably noticed I don't post on other forums. And actually, Joe, you often will say, hey, did you guys notice Al just posted this over here? And so I sort of let the
I market
community.
for you. I know you don't like marketing, so I market for you.
Yeah, it's just not my thing. I'm not even saying that's smart. It's probably not smart,
Yeah.
especially since it's lost sales. But anyway,
You know what, Al? This
it-
shows you're not money driven either.
No, right.
You know, it's just
You have a passion for this hobby.
Yes.
You can see that. It's
Yes.
very
I don't
clear.
know, have you been to his OnlyFans page? That's getting to be quite expensive. I
Hey.
can hardly afford that anymore. We got Mr. Steve in here, and he says, hello, everyone. Congrats to Al on his new great new release. Fantasy Draft is great fun, and looking for a video soon from Mr. Steve
Cheap
Tower.
plug.
So
can't wait.
yeah, so we're looking at
Yeah.
that.
Thanks, Steve.
Question for Mr. Baseman. Will you be releasing the latest NFL season after it's wrapped up in card format on the Game Crafter?
So, I mean, I want to say yes. It's a matter of time. It's like, I feel like the amount of people. So look, I will be releasing seasons on the Game Crafter. I know people want that. And so, yeah, it would probably be, what I was thinking would be 2025 and like a past season to test the waters. And for me, I think that would be 1998, because I think it's considered one of the greatest seasons. And so the answer is yes. And it's just a matter of getting it done. It means I have to pull myself away from doing the enhanced seasons that I think more people would rather see. I think more people would rather see me get all the enhanced seasons done, especially for the 90s and 2000s, rather than do a Game Crafter set, because from a cost perspective, the enhanced seasons are $5 a pop, and doing a season on the Game Crafter with 30 cards, 32 cards, it's going to be somewhere in the teens, close to $20. You know what I mean? So from a cost perspective, would you rather pay $5 for the enhanced season, or $15 to $20 for nice cards, cards like this, but that don't have all the player finder information?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see.
I am going to try it though, because people have asked for it, and like we just saw,
maybe you put out a season from each decade and just see how it goes, and
yeah,
and if they gauge the interest that way, because it'd be something we talked about, on the show, the quality of the Game Crafter stuff, and it's like, yeah, you spend the extra money, but you get in, it's like, oh my gosh, this is so good, and you'd almost like to have that with the cards instead of printing them out at home.
They smell good. I love the
agree.
smell of new cards.
I agree.
I do. I can't help
Another question here for Al from Thespian. What's your launching point for a game, and what's the first inspiration that inspires you to see the game designed to the end?
I think the launching point for all my stuff has been the shower, a hot shower. And this is no joke. When the hot water is hitting the back, hitting your spine, that's what gets the juices flowing. That's literally the launching point. That's where I've had all my aha moments about what could work. But we were talking about this. You'll have to watch the Dave's show here that we just recorded. But for the football game, it was more or less a design challenge from Keith, when Keith was starting to hear the community ask for more express games. He talked to me about doing a football game, asked me if I had any ideas. So that sort of got me thinking about the early versions of Fast Drive Football. And for the baseball game, the launching point for that is easy. It's the fact that I had the football game out, and people wanted to see a baseball version of it. So the real passion project for me was the football game, because football's always been, I won't say football and baseball are tied as far as my favorite sports, but in terms of board gaming, I've owned a lot more football games, and I've played a lot more football, growing up than baseball probably. So it was more of a passion project. And then when it came to baseball, the launching point was, use the same approach that I did for the football game, because that worked well. It was going to be the same format as I did for that. So it really all comes down to, I literally just wake up one day with the inspiration to do it. It usually, because I had said, there was a time where I said, I'm not going to do a baseball game. I'm not going to do a baseball game. I said it over and over and over. And then one day I woke up, I'm like, oh, all right, I'm going to do a baseball game. So it just sort of hits me out of the blue.
I'm not going to do a hockey game. I'm not going to do a hockey
Excuse
game.
me 1 second. I just want to answer Crew Fan.
Yeah, sort of
He just
good thing.
asked what seasons. The ones you want, Crew Fan, have all the players on them are the enhanced. Anything with enhanced, there you go.
Yeah. Yes. So when you go to 3D6 Gaming, 3d6-gaming.store, and you get that first page, look for Fast Drive Football Enhanced Seasons. You can't miss it. Just scroll down. There's a big thing there that says Fast Drive Football Enhanced Seasons. That's what you want.
Yep, I want to show them the difference so people can see what the difference are. I'm making a mess over here. So this is a standard card. That's the one you get with Game Crafter, okay? So that's going to be a standard card. Let me see if I can just kind of make myself a little bit bigger to show that. So that's going to be your standard card with Game Crafter. Standard deck playing card, okay? The enhanced, this is one I printed out, okay? So that's your enhanced, and you can see how it's got the players on there. So there's the difference between the two. And the enhanced, the normal card is this, right? The normal card is just the top.
Yeah.
And the enhanced is the bottom with all the different players and the finders is what that is, basically.
What about that card, Dave? Tell your audience.
What?
The corners around it?
Oh yeah, that was the corners around it, and the corners around it from the Game Crafter for free, which I'm disappointed in that I didn't get to corner these. That's my only disappointment. I gave a bad review. I gave it 1 star because I wasn't able to round the corners. But yeah, so that's on there. Oh, Barbara says that your OnlyFans page is down right now, so you might want to check on that. And Cardboard Commander says his deck is on the way, and Lake Effect Video as well. And I think it was
nice.
Who was
you guys are gonna love it. You guys are gonna love it.
In some roads, yep. So there's a lot of people got copies coming on the way. It's well worth the wait. Again, it comes from Game Crafter, so you do got to wait a little bit.
But they're usually ahead of themselves.
Yeah, my cards come in the other day. Let me see. Back in the chat, I'm trying to see if there's any more questions here. The follow up. What's the mechanic you find in the shower?
I don't think I want to answer that one.
The hot water, the cold water.
You find in the shower.
My inspiration is it's always in the middle of the night. It's like I'm laying awake at night, midnight, 1 o'clock, can't sleep, and then it's just like ding, and then I just get up and I either get on the computer, I write it. That's the hockey league that I started 27 years ago was a middle of the night inspiration. The podcast, middle of the night. Hey, what if we did a show and just talked about the games, and we could set it up like this? And what am I going to call it? Just everything was always the middle of the night for me. Nothing happens during the day. Maybe it's because it's like everything's quiet, and it's dark out. And there's nothing going on.
Way.
Just middle of the night. It's like, holy cow, what an idea that is. And maybe it's a good idea, maybe it's a bad idea, but that's when the ideas come.
It's true.
The problem is I don't get up and write it down, and by the morning I forgot what I was thinking.
How many great games we could have had from Vinny?
No, it's truth in general in life. Because I remember when I was in business, before years ago when I started a business, my best ideas came in the middle of the night, but I used to get up and write them down. It's true.
Yep. Let me see. AP asked, will you be creating more seasons for the baseball game?
Absolutely. We touched on this in the show. I think the first 6 months of this year are going to be focused on enhanced seasons for Fast Drive Football, college, fast action cards for the football game, so folks can play the college game with the fact decks as well. And then second half of the year, I hope to get back to producing more seasons for fast inning baseball, as well as, knock on wood, devise a way to do a fact deck approach to the baseball game.
Nice.
I just want to address something for Alan. He can correct me if I'm wrong. So the enhanced versions, there's only a couple on Game Crafter, correct? The rest there are none.
So there are none. The the 3 types of cards. There's the original, which is on my Shopify site. There's the enhanced, which is on my Shopify site.
Right.
And the only cards available in the Game Crafter are the Super Bowl collections that are in that that are in the playing card size.
Okay, because people are asking, and so yes, the cards come in PDF from Al's site.
Yes.
Yes.
So they are PDF right now. All the enhanced.
Yep.
Yes.
And that website is what 3d6-gaming.com. .com.
Dot
correct?
.com.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well,
so-
dot .store. If you want to just go right to the store, just say dot .store instead of dot .com.
Okay, so that'll go there, and then you can click on that to go to the store. Correct?
Yeah, there's a link on there to go to the store. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, any more questions for Al? Well, of course, we have to get the fast action basketball. I mean, all the sports got to come out. Let me say, instead of putting you on the spot here, okay, we're gonna have a fun question. What would be your dream game to make? If someone said, "Guess what, Al? We're gonna give you $10 million and all the time off you need, and you could make any game you want." What would that dream game be?
I'd probably make another football game. I mean, I just love football games that much. There's, man, I would like to actually try to find another space in between my game and the full play games. I don't know what that space would be, but yeah, I don't have any other. It would either be something even better than Fast Drive Football. That's all I can really think of in my head right now. I mean, I'd love to do the only other Fast Drive derivative game that I could see happening is hockey. I think I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility, only because that would be the third sport. That would be the third sport in terms of how familiar I am, how many times I've seen it live, how much I've followed it. Basketball has never been in my wheelhouse, even though I'm playing Highlight Maker Hoops was what I was playing earlier today. So anyway, Dave, it's a good question. It's funny, but at this time, for the next couple of years, I think I see, Fast Drive Football, fast inning baseball just keep me busy enough as it is.
Yeah.
But it's a really good question.
Well, I'm just kind of think.
Joe and I are hockey experts. We've been watching it since the early 70s. So if you ever
I'd be
needed
leaning
help,
on you.
Yes.
and
No, really.
And for you,
I hear you.
nothing
problem.
we wouldn't do.
I got your number. I know where you are.
Now,
Dave, can I just answer one more thing before it disappears?
Yeah.
I don't have my mouse because I have my light book. But somebody asked, will there be more enhanced on the 3D6? All the enhanced seasons that Al has ready now, that's where you'll get them on the 3D6 website. That's Al's website.
So will there be enhanced cards on 3D6 in the
I think
future?
they're already there. They're already
Yes.
there.
They are.
Yeah.
They're already
Yes.
there.
There's a lot.
They're PDF though. They're PDF.
Correct.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, they're not.
Everything is PDF on
Everything's
3D6.
PDF. Yes.
Right. They're not from GameCraft, only from GameCraft where you get cards, but Al will let the community know when they're ready. But they're not even, that's right now you get them from Al's website, 3D6. All the seasons that are enhanced will be listed under, if you look at his icons, under the pro seasons enhanced.
Right. And everything is on 3D6. That's where all the enhanced is.
That's where I'll be going when we hang up.
Yeah. For the question, I was kind of thinking like if you just made a game and you weren't going to sell it, it's just like if you could make a game, I mean, an adventure game, a firefighter game, or fire rescue game, adopting puppies game. You know what I mean? Something.
I hear you.
Something that I'd really like to make a game like this just so I could play, but not necessarily sell it.
Yeah.
It's a good question. I don't. I don't have an answer for it. I
know what's missing? The Western genre.
Oh,
I love that stuff. I kind of grew up that way, being even from Brooklyn.
Spaghetti Western,
story.
Fast Drive Spaghetti Western.
Oh man!
I actually think Rob Gallimore has a rodeo game.
No, I'm talking about a Western genre.
Oh, I know what you mean, like a Cowboys type of
epic proportions.
I see.
So, Al, you're not writing notes down, Al.
You know what? The problem is,
you're a better man than me.
If Keith is listening, his wheels are turning already.
He's already got it done.
Some Rose is asking. No, enhanced in the GameCraft is only the Super Bowl set out.
No,
there will never be. I think I can safely say there will likely never be the enhanced cards that I made that Dave showed you that are like a quarter of a size of a piece of
Yeah, they're
paper.
great.
Those would be way too expensive to do on the Game Crafter.
Right.
I mean, could I do them? Absolutely, but no, I'm not going to make people pay $60 for a
Yeah.
season.
Right.
That's just silly. That doesn't make any sense. So no, those
If
will
you
always
wanted
just
to, you could download the PDF, maybe go to Staples or FedEx and print it on some really, really nice
Yeah,
paper or
sure.
something. You know,
you
that's
can
the way
use
to run
card
it.
And then
stock,
Dave
photo
will round the
paper.
corners for you.
Around the corners for you, yeah. Charles comes by and says, outside of D2D Con, are you attending other cons this year?
Yeah, it's a good question. Unfortunately, probably not. As I mentioned before, I'm still between jobs. So right now travel is I'm have to save just for some very specific events. So D2D right now is I think the only one I plan on attending.
All righty. And yeah, a lot of people liking the hockey idea that's down the line. Let's see. Boxing, fast round boxing. Oh, dude, it's endless now. It's
I know.
you know, fast
That
round.
would be considered fast
Cricket.
jab, I think. Fast jab boxing.
That'd be good. Yeah.
Fast food eating. I mean, you never know. Could be anything. AP's got a question here. Is there any possibility of someone creating a helper app for the football or baseball game?
You know, I've forgotten his name. There is someone.
Just some creative people out there that jump all over.
There are. There actually
talk-
there's someone. There was someone who was talking to me about actually like digitizing the game, like making it a self-contained game, not even a helper, just like the whole game. And so haven't continued those conversations. So at this time, it's difficult for me because I am, I'm kind of anti helper. That's just a personal decision. I don't like to have my laptop open or even the most I'll do is
Did you listen
My
to our
kind
last
of
show?
guy. My
That's
kind
his
of
discussion,
guy.
exactly.
look. No, the thing is, I know there's probably the majority of people on this channel enjoy their helpers, so I'm not
Yes.
taking
Yeah, no,
anything
no,
away
no.
from
No,
that.
no, I just
So,
don't. do it.
the
Who
most
knows
I'll do is
all of
maybe
them?
use my iPad as a digital score sheet. So the reason why I'm saying that is because I really haven't explored that, Dave, just because it's not something that I would use personally. And as we were saying in the show, pretty much everything that I work on, it's because, I want that.
Yeah.
I've never made anything because someone else is, if someone, I'm kind of stubborn that way. If someone asks for something and I don't think it's a good idea, I won't do it. So
I really like the Affinity software that you use. I bought that a few years ago and I've been playing that, and I design all my score sheets now. And I think Affinity Publisher.
I was thinking of you today because all I do is open it and stare at it and say, how the heck can I
Yeah.
do this?
What it does
So,
compared
yeah.
to Excel, which the cells are kind of locked in, if you want to create, a table this long you just create that table, then you can create a separate table underneath it and everything can be configured. So you're not locked like Excel. You move one thing and everything moves, whereas the Affinity, I design all my score sheets in there, anything I want.
Everything you've seen me produce has all been done in Affinity. The whole, literally everything that's in this box is done with Affinity. All the artwork, all the layout, everything is done in Affinity. And if anybody's interested in it, it's free now. So I know you and I paid for it, Dave,
Really?
but the new version is they've actually gone to a free model for
Yeah, I have it.
lifetime.
Oh, wow.
And
I have it.
Now how they're making their money is if you want the super powerful features that you and I are never going to use, such as their AI and things like that, then you have to pay a subscription. But if you're just using all the features that we're all familiar with, it's free for life. And so I highly recommend you guys or anybody listening, check it out. If you have any interest in creating your own score sheets, creating your own helpers, games, whatever, Affinity is just a wonderful software package.
Al, can I ask you a question? You mentioned earlier a score sheet for iPad, a digital score sheet. You're the second person that mentioned that to me today. Where do I find something like that?
Let's see. There's a program called Good Notes that I use. It's called Good
Okay.
Notes. It's on the App Store, and just find it, and you can import a PDF of a score sheet into GoodNotes.
Okay.
And then you just, use your Apple Pen or Apple Pencil and just,
So
write
if I created a
right on
score
it.
sheet, I could import it there
Yeah,
and just use it all the
absolutely.
time. Oh, wow.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Good notes.
Yep. And
I got to figure that affinity out because I know Rabid Wolverine, who comes on our show too. You guys know who he is, and he's pretty good with it. And I was trying to get a score sheet put together today, and I just said, you know what, rather go and get the injection in my other eye that I had to get. I'm
because
like, I can't figure it out.
once you get the tables down, that's all I do with mine. I just create tables everywhere. But in Excel, you as soon as you move one table bigger, it moves the one below it and then the one below
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So I have my score sheet at the top, my score at the top with big boxes, and then I got my drives in little boxes, and then maybe down the bottom something else. And that's how I created some of the hockey score sheets. Is just the home here and the visitor here, the penalties on the side, and I just manipulate them however you want to do it.
Yep.
It's just custom score sheets, and just once you kind of figure out how to work with the tables, it's a piece of cake. I'm still not great at it, and I still stumble through it. But when I'm done, my score sheet is exactly what I want.
He's really not helping me, but that's okay. I'm glad it works for you.
Yep. And Peter got the fast action for Christmas. Fantastic.
I got it for Christmas. My daughter bought it for me for Christmas.
Steve Tao is saying good night. Good night, buddy. We're getting you on very soon. Dave will be in touch.
Thanks, Steve.
Yep, Mr. Steve. And yes, we got to get you on for episode 291, which was 5 episodes ago. I don't know how we're going to do that.
We'll call it 291 2.0.
Me and Joe should work here.
291A, but thanks for coming by. So, all right, well, we'll wrap this up here in the next minute or two. I want to thank Al for coming on to episode 296 and recording a show with us, and then answering some questions here from you, even the tough questions like fast ice hockey, things like that. So any more questions for Al about his, about the Play podcast coming up, about his baseball game, his Fast Drive football game with the fast action cards, which has been a huge hit. It really has. Or his scoreboards like this one here, the digital to dice scoreboard. Is this available to buy on the site?
It is. It is.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Nice.
So Dave will do your marketing for you, buddy.
I know, right?
He's good at it. Let him do it.
He'll do it on here, and I'll do it on
pretty much has. Yeah.
So anyway, here, but again, Al, thanks for coming on. Thanks for taking the time to come on and talk about the game. And again, we'll have that podcast out shortly, so you can listen to all the questions we asked him. And it was really focused on the fast action card version of Fast Drive.
Focused on the game. Yeah.
We had one before. We talked about the games before, but now we wanted to focus on the mechanics of the fast action cards and how they've really just made the game just flow a lot better. I think having the 30 seconds compared to the ticks, the 30 seconds, we can all relate to that. The minute 15 ticks, I was getting screwed up with that. 30 seconds, you can't mess that up. You just can't.
Yes.
You brought the game to another level. It was a great game already. You brought it to another level.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Oh, here's a great question.
What you do.
Lake Effect video games. Would there be a possibility of custom nameplates for teams on a scoreboard?
I assume you mean like team names and not city names. Is that what we're asking?
Yeah, I don't know.
If you do a fictional, maybe it means like if you have a fictional league.
The answer is like I guess a qualified yes. Like if there was a fictional set of team names that you wanted to ask me to print up for you, just email me and we can work that out. I do try to stay away. I know this is probably not something I should even be worrying about, but the reason why I don't have like a set of Steelers, Colts, Falcons is just because I don't want to get in trouble.
Right.
I don't want, and I know that the likelihood of the NFL coming after just someone as small as me
city names, or if you had if he's doing college, like Virginia, or
so
like
if
that.
Sure,
would you create a college set? You think maybe a college set?
Sure, that's not a bad idea.
Oh, no, like you said, no. He's saying like city games that aren't in real life leagues. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean, guys could create. You could ask Sal to make. Maybe I'm wrong. Boroughs
just takes away from producing more seasons of football when you do that. No, I'm kidding.
Exactly. No, it's a fair question though. So I think if you had say, I could do like up to 20. I say up to like 24. If you had like 24 fictional cities that you wanted to have for your league, and so it's not something that I'd put in my store that would always be there for sale, but just a one-time thing, just shoot me an email, and we could figure that out.
Yeah. So if someone said, "Hey, I'd like to get these 16 team names done for something I'm doing,"
Yeah.
it's something you could
Yeah.
you could kind of customize with that.
For my fictional basketball league, Dave, is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Continental League.
Yeah. It could. Yeah.
Now you're putting thoughts in my head, Al. This is not good.
Is
what I
that
do.
is that 3D printer? Is that 3D printer like going all the time?
Right. Well, so it's not right now. Just I'm looking over my shoulder at it because it'd be too loud for the room. But yes, it is pretty much going all the time because if I'm not printing stuff for the scoreboard stuff, my wife is a school teacher and she likes me printing stuff for giveaways in her classroom. So yeah,
Oh,
nice.
pretty much- it's got. I just turned 4,000 hours of printing on it.
wow.
See,
Yeah.
you're a good guy, Al. I mean, and we talk about with the podcast. No, I'm serious. You're a giving person doing the podcast to kind of help, not with your own agenda. Same
Yeah.
with your wife, not with your own agenda. You're doing things for the good of the community.
Well, it's
and the
good. You're
people
able
in
to
it.
do stuff for the family and stuff.
That's
you know what I mean?
great.
Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Great
why
stuff.
not? Why not?
Yep.
Instead of having to go out and find it, order it, buy it,
Yeah.
and you enjoy doing, like you said.
Enjoys
you know,
doing it.
yeah,
Yeah.
good for you.
I mean, yeah, I might get one so I can like make my wife a new spatula or something like
Yeah.
that.
Or a
there you
shovel when it goes up on the roof.
Yeah. Make her a new shovel.
Build a house for Leon.
Yeah, no house for the possum. Yeah, I know.
Now
I
you
thought
know
it was
it's getting
great.
late around here.
Yep.
Al. Now you know it's
Now it's
getting
getting
late.
late.
When I ordered the hockey names, the blue hockey names, I really like that you included some defunct team cities in there
Sure.
because I needed the Kansas City and the Cleveland and a couple teams like that. I was like, oh, but as soon as I wasn't gonna get him, and then I said, boy, he's got all the cities I would probably play, plus all the new ones, and so that was pretty ingenious. What was the thought behind in putting all those old teams in
Oh,
there?
I just knew that people ordering these are playing with the older, but they're not just playing. Actually, you're probably not playing current seasons. You're probably replaying past seasons. So I just went online. And for hockey, trust me, I had to do the research. I had to go back and say, okay, go back a reasonable amount of time. What are all the cities that had an NHL franchise? And so that's all I did. I just did the research and made sure that I had everything covered because the last thing I wanted to do was send that out to someone and say, hey, there's one more city that I'd like to have.
Yeah.
And so I tried to make sure it was as complete as possible.
Efficient.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
I think it got everybody. So anyway, all righty. So we've been joined here by Al Wilson. Got a little post-game chat here live on YouTube tonight as we talked about some of his stuff. Again, 3d6-gaming.com. That's where you want to go. You can find all the goodies over there. There's links to go to Game Crafter to order the print version of the game, which I highly recommend. It's fantastic. Get an extra deck of cards, though, just in case. I'm saying just in case. I need to try that. Yeah, I'm going to do that.
I'm going to order it with the fantasy draft.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So we get the fantasy draft cards ready to go. And again, all the seasons are right there on 3d6-gaming.com. Let's see if I get all that right. 3d6-gaming.com. Yeah. And just order the seasons there. There are PDF, print them out. And again, I printed mine out here and I even rounded my corners.
I see that. I'm jealous.
Yes, it is. It's very nice. So anyway. All righty, Al. Again, thanks for coming on the show.
Great night, Al.
A lot of fun.
Play
Thank you, guys.
Nation. Did we mention Play Nation here?
Oh,
Yeah, go ahead. Talk about it one more time.
All right, let's plug it one more time. Okay, so myself, James Cast, and Harvey Couch have a new podcast starting up in about a week called Play Nation. The URL is playnationpodcast.com, and it is a new twice-a-month podcast focused solely on the games from Keith Avalone at Play Games.
Gonna be fun.
yes.
Yeah, it's
And
going to be a lot of fun.
So looking forward to it.
Vinny, episode 1 will be the Play Western game. The announcement of the Play Western game.
Easy,
Dog
man.
gang.
Easy. The episode 1, Keith is going to be our guest, and he is going to take us through the roadmap for this year.
Fantastic.
So everybody will get a chance to see what Keith has planned between now and next December
So
in
is
terms
that a
of
hint?
releases.
That he's doing the Western game?
No, it is not a hint that he's doing the Western game.
You know what happens now, right? On Facebook. Oh, they're coming out with a Western game.
I heard Keith and Al is putting their minds together for a Western game.
Oh, man.
Good stuff. Thank
Good
you
stuff.
so
A lot
much
of fun.
for coming on.
Yeah,
Yes.
thanks for coming
Thanks,
on.
Al. It was a
Yeah.
pleasure.
Right on.
And
You're
we're
welcome.
hoping to see you in May in Connecticut.
I'm going to
Absolutely.
reach out to
We'll
you
see
about
you in
something
May.
too.
Will there be any surprises? Will there be any surprises for us that you might unveil in May?
No.
No,
No,
it
you're-
doesn't
I
have
think-
to be huge.
I-
Doesn't
I
have to
know.
be huge. It
No,
could be
gotta
just
play
my
that
presence
game.
is going to have to be enough.
We got to play that game. We have to play that draft game.
Yes, absolutely. That'll be a
bring
lot
it.
of fun.
Yeah, you guys bring it. We'll
Al, I'm going to reach out to you later. Well, tomorrow.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
All right. I'd like to
All
make
right.
an offer. So.
Have a great night.
All right. Thanks everybody for coming by. Bye bye.
Thank you.